girls are three of a kind, but who'll be the one? And Janice got to choose, but who should she go for? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blind Date, and here is your host, Miss Cilla Black!
To Blind Date. Now, on tonight's show, we'll be taking time out with Jason and Lisa on their blind date to marvellous Marbella. And we'll be getting all the gossip on Joe and Paul's hot date to magnificent Miami. But first of all, we've got three great girls, and we'll be meeting the...
Tea.
Welcome back. Well, our three lads are ready and raring to go, so let's go and say hi to the boys. I think I'd better start with you, number one. What's your name and where'd you come from?
Hello, Cilla. I'm Damien. I'm from Portsmouth.
Now, what do you do, Damien?
Well, at the moment, still, I'm a student in Manchester studying biology.
Really? And you've been working an unusual job for a 21-year-old.
Many jobs to pass the way through university, Cilla. I work in the most exciting leisure activity in the UK.
Well, I'm dying to know.
Absolutely.
What is it?
It's bingo, Cilla.
You are a bingo caller, Damien.
I've been a bingo caller for many years, yeah.
Really? And you've got that lovely voice, that lovely deep voice.
Thank you very much.
And what are the audiences? Do we have an audience like this at your bingo halls?
Oh, Cilla, more women. More women.
More women?
Oh, what can I say? More women. Hundreds of them every single night, Cilla. The only problem is the average age is about 75.
I don't like the way you're looking at me when you say that. Damien, I'm not quite there just yet. Let's hope you're top of the house tonight.
Thank you very
Damien,
much,
ladies
Cilla.
and gentlemen. Number two, what's your name and where do you come from?
Hello, Cilla. I'm David, and I'm from Edinburgh.
And what does our David do?
I'm a sweetie orderer up in Edinburgh.
A sweetie orderer?
I'm a sweetie orderer.
You order sweets for who?
Anybody that wants sweeties in Edinburgh, they have to come through me first.
So people buy in bulk to sell in their shops?
That's right, Anne. Basically, anything that you need to know about sweeties, I know it. I'm on the cutting edge of confectionery technology.
I believe you. I believe you. Well, come on, take me through some of your favourite sweeties and your type of women that you like into your sweeties.
That's right. I think I could tell your favourite sweets are.
Wait for this. Go on, then.
I think an after-dinner mint.
Oh, an after-dinner mint?
Yeah. Because the sleek, sophisticated exterior.
Oh, I like you.
Once you've tried one, you want to finish the whole box.
See, number one, 75-year-old women. That will do. You'll do for me. What a right smoothie, sweetheart. Number two is enjoy Blind Date. Why am I dreading this? Hello, number three. What's your name and where do you come from?
Ding dong. Hello, Cilla. My name is Gordon. I'm from Bradford.
I know it's a silly question, but have you got a job?
Yeah, I have actually.
Yeah. What do you do?
Well, I'm an office administrator for the local newspaper.
An office administrator for a local newspaper. Oh, my goodness me. Now, you've got, have you not, a couple of ways of impressing the ladies?
Oh, well, yes, indeed, I have. Do a lot of impersonations and a lot of poetry, Cilla.
You do? So
Yeah.
you impress people with your impressions and you write poetry?
Mm. I love especially impressions because I've got three famous idols that I love to do.
Oh.
Yeah, they
Who
have to
are
be...
they?
The first one's Billy Connolly. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
because it's here, Silla. It's here in number 3 among blind dates. And everything's going on around you, so
That's really good. That's really, really good. Who else?
well, I like to do Mr. Bean, you know. because-
Mr. Bean?
Mr. Bean, yeah. Well, it goes something like this.
What's your favourite one of all, though?
My favourite one has to be, it has to be the one, the only. No, it be Gordon, no, it you, Cilla Black. Aha!
Alan Partridge.
Alan Partridge, live from Norwich. Aha!
I think you're wonderful. In fact, all three of you are three different characters. Enjoy Blind Date. All three of you. I shall see you all in a mo. See you later, guys. Well, three of a kind there, but which last? So come in, Janet. Sit yourself down there, Janet.
Oh, it's a bit high.
It is a bit high, isn't it? Love you, all right. Well, all the way from Belfast, Janet. But you haven't come all the way from Belfast tonight. Where have you come from tonight?
I've come from Gran Canaria, Puerto Rico, to be here tonight. Yeah.
Especially to be on
Especially
Blind
to be on
Date.
Blind Date.
Because this involves your job, doesn't it?
It actually does, yeah. I'm working as a PR now.
A PR, in the
yeah.
Canary Islands.
I try to get all the customers, or punters, should I say, into the clubs.
Yes.
Drink as much as I can.
So what, you stand outside outside a club,
I
is it?
stand outside the club and...
Entice them in.
Entice them in. Well, I have a certain way of enticing them, Cilla.
Take us through the paces of pulling the guys
Pulling
into
the
your
guys,
club.
Well, I don't like saying it, but I do, unfortunately, guys. I approach the not-so-nice-looking ones.
Do you?
Yeah, because I find it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
And I guarantee them a dance at the end of the night, and I tell them there's loads of lovely ladies
Yes.
in the nightclub.
Yes.
And if that doesn't work, then I bring a tray of beer over and
Right.
show them merchandise.
So you go for the most plain-looking guy out of the
Plain-looking
gang.
guy. Yes, plain-looking guy.
And then when you've got his confidence,
I've got his confidence
you take out a tray of drinks.
and show him the merchandise.
So, well, it's up to you tonight to entice only one of those three guys beyond those screens.
Okay.
Have you got three enticing questions?
I think they're enticing. I hope they are, boys.
I hope they are too. Fire away with your first one, Janet.
Okay, my first question is, the person I look up to in life would be my mum.
Ah.
Because she gives me the willpower and the motivation I need to succeed in life. Who do you look up to and why? And that question's for number 2.
Now then, I work in the confectionery business, so I guess there's only one role model for me, and that's Willy Wonka. And Janet,
Yeah?
I've already got the golden ticket. I'm going to keep you in love hearts forever.
Okay, same question to number 3.
Ding dong. Hello, Janet.
Hello.
There's only one answer for that, Janet, and that has to be the Eurovision Song Contest director. The simple reason being is that he'll get me up to sing the winning song for you, just for you. And so give these two neat points and pick number 3. You're number 1.
And the same question to number 1, please.
Well, at 6'5", there's not very many people I can really look up to. Apart from maybe my mum in the mornings when she brings me a cup of tea. However, hopefully on our date, it'll be you bringing me something in bed in the morning.
Okay, and my second question. My favourite saying about life is que sera, sera, which means what will be, will be.
Yeah.
What's your favourite saying? And the question goes to number 1.
Well, Janet, my saying's simple. I pick number 1. So why don't you just say it, baby?
And same question to number 3.
Well, it has to be I see it to believe it. Because believe me, if you pick me tonight, you'll see it and you'll believe it!
And you haven't even seen him yet.
OK, same question to number 2, please.
Well, Janet, being a proud Scotsman, I guess my favourite saying would be freedom! So please, free me from these Sassenachs and let me be your brave heart.
OK, my third and final question. My job is to get as many people in as I can into a nightclub, as you already know. How would you influence me to go into a nightclub? And that question goes to number 3.
Well, I must admit, there's only one way I could answer this, and that is I have to impersonate the world's most famous person on the show. Yes, it's the one, the only Miss Cilla Black! I should go, well, tonight, Jock, you have to go. You have to go to number 3 club. So, here's number 2.
You are mental.
What's tonight, Jock?
Well, that was a naughty surprise.
OK, same question to number 2, please.
OK, Janet, well, I think I'd stand at the door in my kilt. And then I would shake my tassels at you. And I would say, come on in, lassie, and find out if I'm a true Scotsman.
OK. Last but not least, question goes to number 1, please.
Janet, it's got to be fate. As a doorman, I also work in a club. What can I say? If you work in a club and I work in a club, let's just take the night off and I'll be your personal bouncer tonight.
Oh.
Janet.
That's a hard decision to make.
It is a very hard decision to make. And what do we do? What do we do when we have a hard decision?
I think I'll need to hear Mr. Graham.
Mr. Graham, are you there?
Well, Miss Janet, will it be bouncing number 1 who wants to take a long, long look at you? Or maybe it'll be brave-hearted number 2, the kiltie whose ambition is to be your sweetie. Or perhaps you'll go for impressionist number 3, who wouldn't contest your vision of him, and you'd better believe that. The decision is yours.
It is a big decision, Janet. I know you're covered in confusion, but you can only go out with one. And they're all very different, and they're all really great. Who are you going to go for?
Number 3.
Answer that question. But they're all gorgeous. I mean, and first of all, you turned down. How could you? You're 6'5". That lovely deep voice. You turned down number 1. That was. You also turned down. How could you do? The sweetie of the bunch. You turned down number 2. That was David from Edinburgh. Come in, David.
best, Janet. All the best. I'll be home, okay? Love you. Love you.
Janet! Here is your blind date for this evening. Last but definitely not least, you chose number 3. That was Gordon from Bradford. Link order! What do you think, Janet?
Very nice.
He's lovely, and our audience think he's wonderful, don't you, ladies and gentlemen? Who's going to choose where you're going on your blind date? Make it an exotic one, please, because she's come all the way from the Canary Islands.
Oh, OK.
Pick a good one. Go on, Gordon.
Right. Right, Rob.
Thank you. What a gentleman, isn't he? Isn't that sweet? Yes. What's it say? What?
A date in Jersey?
Never been to Jersey? Have you been to Jersey? You are going to love Jersey. It's one of my favourite places. Look, it says here, you are off to the millionaire's playground of Jersey.
Wow.
You'll get paddling for a canoe trip around the island. Then after a break in your luxury hotel, it's back to the sea, oyster fishing. It says here, Janet, it's a pearl of a date. Let's hope you don't both clam up. Will you come back next week and tell us how you got on?
Certainly will do, Scylla.
Ladies and gentlemen, wish them well and a lot of luck. Janet and Gordon, have a good time in Jersey. Janet picked Gordon for her blind date, and they went to the beautiful island of Jersey. So let's see how they got on. Let me tell you, you know, I need a miracle.
Would you ever think of being in Jersey with me?
I never thought I would have been in Jersey with you, Gordon. Reading the contractive.
Let's wait.
Oh, Janet.
Oh, Gordon.
Oh, Janet.
Okay, good. Okay, that's it, good. There's the ground, and you're down.
Right, Gordon, your turn.
It's my turn now.
That is so high.
That's it.
Aruga! Aruga! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
And you're down. Well done. Expertly done.
Well, you know, whenever I think of Jersey, I think of flowers and lovely new Jersey Royal potatoes. But at the end of Janet and Gordon's date, was it bouquets all around or just a big sack of spuds? Let's find out.
When the screen first went back and I saw Gordon, I thought this guy must have a good sense of humour. And I thought it's going to be an experience I'm never going to forget for the rest of my life.
When the screen went back, and when I first saw Janet standing there, I just thought, ding dong, hello, Janet. Gordon's in there.
Gordon and I went sea kayaking, and I took to it pretty well. But every time I looked to see Gordon, he was either banging into my boat or else he was halfway to France.
When I saw Janet in a wetsuit, I thought, woo! I'm the luckiest man in the world. Oh, yes, because she was gorgeous. She looked magnifique.
Gordon had told me he was a bit of an expert whenever it came to abseiling, but he did take longer than what I did coming down. When he did come down, I gave him a big hug and a sisterly kiss. For all his efforts, I think he earned it.
When I got a chance to do abseiling, I went down to the bottom and Janet was waiting there for me with a big kiss and a hug.
Gordon and I got a chance to taste some oysters, and he'd never tried them before. But once he started, there was no stopping him at all. And I thought, where is this going to end?
In Jersey, we got the chance to eat some oysters. And I've never even tried them before. But when Janet told me that there was an aphrodisiac, I couldn't help myself but stuck my face full of them. And I couldn't help waiting for them to take effect.
Gordon and I got a chance to go to a nightclub, and I've never seen him dance before. When he took to the dance floor, you've got to see it to believe it. He is unique.
Me and Janet went to a nightclub one night, and I couldn't help showing Janet and the locals a few of my moves and waves. But the highlight of the night has to be when I had to do that slow and romantic dance for Janet. It was beautiful.
One of Gordon's nicest qualities was the way he complimented me throughout the date. When I remarked on how beautiful Jersey was, he says, "It's not as beautiful as you, Janet." And I thought, what a charmer.
When it comes to my ideal woman, it has to be Janet because she's got all the qualities in a woman that I need. And when it comes to changing her, I just can't. She's just perfect.
Throughout the date, Gordon and I's relationship was more of a brother and sister. It's very difficult to fault Gordon, but there was just no spark there romantically for me. I'm sorry, Gordon.
Although there was little romance in Jersey between myself and Janet, I know by given time, Janet will slowly fall for the Gordon. Janet.
I have no regrets about the date in Jersey with Gordon. There mightn't have been any romance, but I had such a brilliant time, and it was laughter the whole way.
My biggest regret in the date was not having a good passionate kiss with Janet. I like Mo says, good things come to those who wait. And believe me, I just can't seem to words.
People like Gordon don't come across your path very often. He's definitely a one-off. I would hate to lose contact with him, and I hope we remain friends forever.
Will Janet and I be seeing each other again? Well, I've invited her to Bradford and she's invited me over to Belfast. And you bet your boots I'll be over there to see her.
Well, Gordon, I think you were smitten, weren't you, with our Janet, weren't you? You did say she was the most beautiful person in the world that you'd ever met.
Definitely true.
How does that make you feel, sweetheart?
What can I say? Flattered, very flattered.
Very flattered.
Yes.
But you actually got on ever so well together, didn't you, right from the start? Because you'd never, ever flown before.
Never. Honestly.
And had you been out of Bradford before?
I've been out of Bradford. I've born in Scotland and all that.
You've been to Scotland?
Yeah.
But you'd never actually flown?
Never.
What was the flight like for you?
Smooth. I thought it was smooth, but at first, as it went off,
Yeah.
I thought, what's happening? And, you know, I was very nervous, but it went okay.
Yeah.
It was fine.
And did Janet hold your hand on the flight?
Oh, she definitely held my hand, and it was a tight grip that she had, and it was lovely.
It was very tight.
Now, tell us about this, because it was a very sporty date, wasn't it, Janet?
Very sporty.
And you went off in you went kayaking.
Yeah.
But you went in the wrong way, didn't you?
I went one direction, then the other, and then I thought, where am I going to end up? I thought, at one stage, I was going to do, what they call it, round the world boat race.
Would you say that our Janet was kind of patient with you?
Very patient, I thought, but in a way, I expected more from her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, in what way, Gordon?
In what way? In ways where I thought there was going to be another leaf to make a relationship spark and sort of things, but
Well,
in a
what
way.
did you do to encourage Janet in the first place? I mean, did you try to woo her at all?
I did try to woo with poetry and stuff like that.
Give us a little bit of poetry now. Can you give us a little bit of sample of the poetry?
Yeah, I can do. Okay, then. It goes like this. Let's see if I can remember it. Janet, Janet, I must say you are simply the perfect star. And I must miss that lovely, sweet, lovely kiss. And so, Janet, Janet, you make me feel like when I played the glockenspiel.
But you did go disco dancing, didn't you, Janet?
We did go disco dancing, and I have to say, Gordon definitely stopped the crowd. Definitely. You would need to see it to believe it. Definitely.
Well, I think we want to see this to believe. Come on, Gordon.
Okay, then, yeah.
Let's have a look at your disco dancing. How did you take to the floor? Go on,
okay,
sweetheart.
Then. Goes like that.
Janet, how could you resist those hips swiveling like that?
It was very hard, very, very hard to resist it. Very hard.
Now, you have invited her to Bradford. Are you going to go to Bradford?
Yeah, I'll go over and see him, yeah, of course. He's a good friend to have. Mightn't have been any romance.
She's more welcome to stay, you know. Even if there's no room, I'd sleep on the floor for her. And so
Gordon, you're a sweetheart. You really
are.
are.
Sweetie.
Yeah, are you going to go to Belfast? Because you have been invited to Belfast, haven't you?
Oh,
He definitely will.
Yeah.
Certainly after this. Now, if you could have your time all over again in Jersey, would you go about it a different way, for instance? Would you have been a bit more forceful with our Janet?
A bit more forceful.
In what way?
In what way? Well, in a way, I was like a gentleman. And to be honest, I think Janet was wanting me to be more...
Yes. What, you should have treated her mean to keep her keen?
Yeah. That sort of way, yeah.
I don't think you're that type, though. How would you have gone about that, though?
I don't know, really.
Well, you're going to go to Belfast anyway.
Oh, definitely.
I'm sure you'll fall in love with Belfast. And I'm sure Belfast will fall in love with you. But for the minute, though, you're just brother and sister. Are you content with that? I know you're not, Gordon, are you?
No, I'm just waiting. Just have to wait till the next one.
He's still waiting, fella.
He's still waiting. Well, shall we watch this space?
Watch this space, yeah.
Oh. Well, I think you're a delightful couple. Not meant for each other, obviously, because, you know, you're such a super guy, but not the one for Janet. All right. Well, I hope you meet the girl of your dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, wish them both well. Janet and Gordon. Well, that's all we've got time for right now. But join us again next week when we'll see how Chad and Louise and Kelly and Rob enjoyed their dates together. And, of course,